I've been printing t-shirts for 4 years and I do it full-time now, all from my home. I'm gonna show you some of the stuff I do, what printer I use. I'm answering some very important questions you guys had for me. I'm on time carded all down below, so if you wanna skip ahead and do those direct questions, definitely do that. But if you don't and you watch this whole video, just know I love you guys. Thank you. Busy work day today. I've been printing t-shirts for 6 hours, got all my orders out. We are ahead of the game. Love being ahead of the game. We are gonna knock out some orders and take a trip to the post office to drop them off. If you wanna know what it's like to run a print shop, embroidery shop from your house, definitely stick along for this whole video and you will learn something. Okay guys, so it's another Monday here at the shop. We had a pretty busy weekend of orders, but most importantly, we're backed up on orders from last week because Old Reliable here was down for about 3 days. Yeah, dude. Welcome to the DTG world. If I mentioned it before, it happens, and it happens a lot. So get ready to deal with repairs a lot with the DTG. But the good news is that it's working now, and we have a bunch of orders to get through. So we'll be getting through those orders, and let's go ahead and start pre-treating shirts and get to work. Just want to show you, these are the orders that come in over the weekend, and I have a bunch of orders here too from last week that I got to get caught up on, just because, like I said, Old Reliable here hasn't been so reliable. So. We got all the heat running, it's ready to go. We're gonna go ahead and start pre-treating shirts and get working. I'm having the hardest time getting any kind of work done out here. I don't know if it's just like my motivation to be out here to print or what, you know. I've been really wanting to produce more content, and I feel like I'm still hand spraying my shirts, and I feel like the excitement to print isn't there. I'm more excited about making content, but I don't know. Does anyone else deal with that issue? Let me know down below. So I'm very motivated by money when it comes to staying busy. The thought of making money is what keeps me going. It's not healthy probably, but anyways, if you guys have any tips on how to stay busy when you don't want to, for those ADHD people out there like moi, I want to do a lot. Like I want to make YouTube videos, but I have to make sure I keep posting on all my shops so I keep them generating money, because that's where, you know, that's how we run our business. And if those go to shit, how am I going to film? What am I going to film? But yeah, I don't know. Just I guess everyone deals with these problems in some way or another. So let's go ahead. I got my first print of the day going. It's already 11 o'clock on this Monday, so everyone's waiting for me. Like, where's the prints at, guys? Embroidery is over there cooking since 8 a.m. Prints though, slacking today. I get a lot of people that ask me if Etsy is actually worth it. And some people tell me that I would make more money if I sell on Shopify. And well, first off, I do sell on Shopify. We sell on pretty much all the platforms. But with that being said, people have got to realize that with Shopify, you don't get any traffic. It's not like a marketplace like Etsy, Amazon, any of those other ones. Redbubble, I don't know. It's not a marketplace. So you're gonna have to figure out a way to drive that traffic there yourself, which is totally doable through social media, especially like Instagram, Facebook. But also, probably gonna have to do it through ads, which if you haven't ran ads yet, you'll quickly realize that costs a lot of money to get sales through your ads. So a lot of people are complaining about the Etsy fees and the Etsy ads, and let me tell you, there's probably not a better platform to run all that on. So we have a great success with the Etsy ads, and I mean, what other place can you put a shirt online and it gets sales? I mean, people from all over the world are on Etsy to buy stuff, and it's the probably one of the most trusted handmade platforms on the internet. So I think you're pretty much insane to not be selling on Etsy. So yeah, they might have raised their fees, but oh well, raise your prices just like everyone else. It's not that hard. Yeah, I would highly suggest too, if you're like just starting out, if you're just getting into selling online or selling t-shirts, that Etsy is your best friend, guys. Not only can you kind of see what the market is, what's happening in the marketplace on Etsy, just by being on Etsy, but you can get all your designs, you can get your mock-ups, you get everything on Etsy. And that will kind of introduce you on how to make those mock-ups, how to start, what design is good. Because when you start off, you won't know what a good design is unless you're just into fashion, but your boy didn't know nothing about fashion. I'm a New Balance kind of guy. New Balance, catch me at the barbecue. And that was before like New Balances were in style. Now it's like okay to wear them. But back in my day, I gotta send this design over to the printer. Here we go. But yeah, guys, so start on Etsy, learn how to sell shirts. Once you get it down on Etsy, you can totally start a Shopify, but when you start a Shopify and you start your own website, you're gonna have to learn how to get sales and send people to your website. And it's not as easy as everyone likes to make it out to seem. Whoops, my camera's shaking around being on top of the printer. I hate printing, dude. All right, so I'm doing a crop top so it doesn't go all the way past my platen, and it just sits a little bit too high for the sensor. So I gotta somehow flatten it. I'm actually gonna throw it on the heat press to get it a little bit more flat on the bottom here. Be right back. So yeah, so spend that time on Etsy to learn how to like actually make t-shirts, what good designs are, and start getting some sales in. Don't shy away from doing a website. I don't want to scare you away from that. I think you totally should, but keep in mind that you're going to drive that traffic, and you might have to run ads either on Instagram, Facebook, Google, whatever. And ads these days are tough, man. But once you learn how to sell shirts online through Etsy, it'll be a smooth transition to go to your own website and like create content for it. And you won't have to learn how to create content, run ads, and make good designs all at once if you start on Etsy and kind of learn the ropes there first. So that would be one suggestion for you. But yeah, people who say to get off Etsy are fucking insane, dude. Either they don't know what they're talking about or what, they're selling the wrong product. I don't know, but I guess the more people that get off Etsy, the better it is for us. So go ahead, get off Etsy. Do us the favor. All right, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna start pre-treating all these shirts and get into the workflow, because like I said, I kind of started behind. Everyone else actually just went to lunch and I'm just getting going. So I gotta get these orders out. We're actually we're pretty much caught up on orders. So I'm working on orders that need to go out today, and I only got a few. So once I'm bust out all of those, the 5 p.m. cutoff at the post office isn't that big of a concern, because I can drop off tomorrow and they won't be late. So I'm gonna try to get out as much as possible though, because I don't want anything going out late. That's one of the keys to our business and how we get so many orders, is keeping that very fast turnaround, and it keeps those customers always coming back. Anyways, I'm gonna go in, start pre-treating shirts. My pre-treater is still broken, so I got my 99-cent pre-treater that does quite a good job. So I'm gonna go ahead, get into that, and I will check in with you in a bit. Okay guys, so I've been at it for about 4 hours now. Got most of the prints that need to go out today done. Just working on tomorrow's prints, so we'll be well ahead of the game. And yeah, let's just get this knocked out. Haven't had lunch yet, I'm getting kind of hungry.
I'm gonna go take a little lunch break. I'm getting kind of hungry.
Okay guys, just doing a little afternoon check-in. I'm just about done for the day. I do have some orders for tomorrow, but they don't need to go out today. I still got an hour until the post office drop off, so I'll probably take care of them today. But I just want to check in. All the embroidery, it's not all done, but we're done for the day with embroidery. You can hear me a lot better, so that's nice. But we lost 2 employees. They went home. We didn't lose them, but they went home for the day, so that's why the embroidery is done. We still have 2 more people working inside right now packaging the final orders, so I'll probably work for another hour just to try and get as much stuff out. And it should be a good drop-off today because we don't normally have this many people working in a single day, which, man, I feel like we just moved out to the garage and I feel like we're already kind of outgrowing it, but yeah, well, we'll see what happens. So mid-afternoon check-in, I'm gonna get to work, see what else we get out today, and then yeah, we'll check it out. We'll go to the post office together and see how much we're dropping off on a Monday. I'm in the embroidery area now. I can kind of show you a little bit. I don't really come over here while it's embroidering because one, you won't be able to really hear me, and because I'll get in the way of production and rather have orders going out than film a cool video. But here we are. We have 11 heads and we fit it all. This basically would be a 1-car garage, so kind of ideas of what you can do. Embroidery is our bread and butter, guys. We make probably the most orders come from embroidery, just to keep that in mind if you ever think about what you want to do with your business. Yeah, if you didn't know, we have all By machines. Right here is the newest By Vision. We have our older By mirrors. There's 2 Vision double heads, multi-heads. And then we have more Visions right here. I definitely suggest the Vision if you're gonna go with either of the By models. Either one will work for you. As you can see, we run our mirrors just as much as we run our Visions, just the Visions can handle thicker material better. Let's go ahead. I decided not to print those orders, that's why I'm talking to you now. Let's go ahead, load up the car and get out of here. Actually, I do want to answer a question. We've had a bunch of people ask us, my wife and I, why we have so many embroidery machines, like they think we're crazy. But it just helps with production, guys. If you're doing a decent size embroidery design, that could take half an hour or more on most machines. So if we have 11 of them, that could do 2 sweatshirts an hour or whatever design. If you're doing a very intricate, even a very intricate hat design could take half an hour, depending on how many thread cuts and just how many stitches overall. So keep that in mind. So having more machines is going to increase your production, which means you can sell more, which means you'll make more, but also you need to figure out, is it possible for one person to get that many orders out? For a lot of people, it's not quite possible to do that. That's why we have so much help today. You know, if you plan on scaling it, you're gonna have to add help, and that could be a pain. So not everyone needs 11 embroidery machines in their garage, but keep that in mind. The more you know. Okay, so now I'm really just killing time before the wife finds me and makes me do some work. But if you're new to the channel, thank you guys so much for being here. It's grown a lot this last month, which I'm super excited about. I'm happy to be making videos again for you. Hopefully I am providing some type of knowledge for you guys. We have been printing shirts. I've been an entrepreneur, self-employed for, oh God, I think it's been over 10 years. I've had some jobs in between that just because business doesn't always go as planned. We can get into that in the future. I've failed quite a few businesses. Actually, I failed 2 businesses, but not a big deal. We can talk about it. I would actually love to talk about it in the future. But business can be grueling. I'm so happy to make some content. Hopefully, through all my past experiences and failures, I can pass that knowledge on to you guys, so you don't make the same mistakes that I've made, and well, my wife kills it, dude. When she started helping in the business, it just goes with her. She works so much harder than anyone I know. Definitely couldn't do this all alone. If I didn't have my wife, there was no way I'd be as successful with business. We wouldn't have even gone. I would have never even thought about making t-shirts if it wasn't for her. So running a business with your wife or your spouse can be extremely hard. Not everyone can make it. Even the divorce rate in couples that do that, if you look it up, it's pretty high. Maybe I'll throw some numbers on here if I look it up and I'm smart enough. We'll see. But running a business together just increases your chances of getting a divorce. So it can be hard. It helps to, you know, communicate, which is also something that you need to do when you have a business and you have partners in your business. If you're not communicating, that's probably where most of the issues in business come from, lack of communication. And that goes for any relationship you're in, whether it's your spouse, your friend, your mom, or sister, brother. I really am just rambling, guys. I better get to work. I better look busy at least by the time the wife gets out here, or you know I'm gonna be in trouble. You know, on second thought, I guess making a video can be considered work, so maybe she won't get mad at me. But I got a question. Someone asked. I'll make a dedicated video on this as well. But they asked to compare the different type of printers. And well, I only have one printer on hand. We are getting a DTF printer, a little tabletop. My wife is supposed to get it. So I'll be able to show you that, but I can print DTF transfers with my Epson 3070 here, and I can compare like the finishes. But I can tell you right away, for my business, nothing beats DTG. It gives you that screen. I don't even know if screen print could get that feel, but supposedly it can. I'm very unfamiliar with screen print. I've ordered any screen print. But in my experience, DTG, you can't be beat. Anyone who gets our shirts, they love the feel. That's why they return as customers. Transfers are great. Some people don't mind the look and feel of transfers. They actually, they look better than DTG usually. They have a cleaner look since you're printing on the film instead of a t-shirt. But nothing can beat that t-shirt feel, that print feel of DTG, which if the customer knows better, they also prefer DTG. So if you're looking for absolute high quality business, or the most high quality shirts coming out for your brand or your shop, whatever it is, DTG or screen print is probably going to be your best bet. Embroidery, if really only embroider on sweatshirts. We do t-shirts, but it's not our favorite thing to do, as they're usually too thin. Even the thicker t-shirts really aren't that thick, unless you're going into really thick shirts like Shaka or Los Angeles Apparel. Those are pretty good to stitch on. But I personally don't like to waste my time on stitching on t-shirts. We're gonna do sweatshirts, crew necks, hats. Those all stitch well and sell great. If you had to pick between the two, like if it was an option, DTG all the way. If price is the thing and you wanna get your own printer, it's much cheaper to get a DTF DTF printer, direct to film printer. But if you work the system a little bit, you know some game, you can get into DTG for a really, really affordable price. And you know what? I'll just tell you right now how to do it. So you look for a used one, a broken one on Facebook Marketplace. You get on Facebook Marketplace, you make a good offer, you pick up a broken Epson F2100. No more than 1,000. No more than 1,000. You should get it for 500 since it's broken, right? It has a bad print head. It should be 500. After you pick it up, bring it home, you get on the phone, you call Epson. You're gonna say, hey, I want the one-time repair fee and the 3 months of warranty. They're gonna come out, fix anything that's wrong with that printer. They're gonna get it working for $2,400, $2,399. It might depend where you're at, I'm not sure. Around $2,500. So you'll be in at $3,500, as low as $3K, and you'll have a DTG printer that's working, that has warranty for 3 months. So yes, that could be a steep price for some. It was for us. It was very hard to get our first printer, but once we got it, the money that it brought in, we were able to buy another printer. Then we bought another printer, and each time I bought a broken one and fixed it. It was a good deal, guys. Eventually, I was able to get the F3070, which replaced 3 printers, and now we just run 1 printer. So yeah, that would be my suggestion on how you can get into DTG extremely affordable. And not only that, I've done it multiple times. So, and Epson's warranty is by far the best in the game. I wouldn't even think about another DTG at this point just because of their warranty. And the fact is that they have a DTF printer coming out too for $20K, another steep price. But you're gonna have the Epson warranty, which, man, that's hard to beat. You guys, working on printers suck. Switching out your own print heads, not my cup of tea. If you like it, great, but it's not for me. So I'll be sticking with Epson, and I'll be sticking with that Epson warranty. It's worth every penny. All right, now let's get going. Eyes are having a hard time adjusting. It's so bright out here. But right now we got 1, 2, 3. Let's see, can you see it? We have 5 bags ready to go with embroidery. It just takes so much time because you got to cut the backing, clean up the threads. Since we sell everything at retail, we want it retail ready. Most of the time is spent probably just processing. So, and then lint rolling, making sure it is clean and sent out really nicely. Once all that happens, it gets packaged up, and I take it to the post office. So I don't do too much packaging anymore. Thankfully, I'm getting like arthritis or something. All right, let's load this up and get going. Gotta make it in time.
You know if the dock has a button for it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's that red one right there.
The red one?
I'm pretty sure I've seen them doing it, or somewhere over there in that area. I've never done it myself, but there it goes. Yep. Okay, no problem. I help where I can, you know. All right, that's a good day. I'll take that. And it goes straight onto the truck, out to our local distribution. All right, guys, we'll see you in a bit.